$100,000, right? So with this means, or with just this opportunity, you see how you're able to risk little to make more. And that's what checks the second advantage of joining Pewatnation. We give you access to risk-free funding that allows you to participate in the financial market. So if you, as a beginner, you have access to a $10,000 account and you're able to do copy and paste with us, guess what happens? If all you can do in a period of 1 month is to make 20%, even if it's to do 10% of a $10,000 account, that's literally about 1,000 US dollars, right? And then you have these companies that gives you access to the fund. They literally give you 75% of the profit you make. They take 25%. So that way you still get to go back home with a turnover of about $750. Isn't that amazing? And this is an account you could actually access with just $100. You could access an account of $5,000 with just $50. I'll need to digress here for a bit. Like I said, I've been trading the foreign exchange market for about 3 years. And ladies and gentlemen, truth be told, I've seen people come into this space with $200, with $500, with $1,000. And guess what? They lose these funds. Why? Because all in the name of wanting to make so much money in the market, they get to over leverage, right? A place where they're supposed to risk only 3% of the account, they get to risk 30% of the account. And guess what? The trade may go south and then they eventually end up losing the money. But now with your access to Pewatnation, you don't need to go look for $500. You don't need to go borrow money. You don't need to go sell that property just to trade Forex, right? You could actually access this funded account with little amount, prove your experience, prove your profitability through the signals we give, and then gain access to the live account, and then you start to trade with it. We also help you through guidance, manage and grow your account and portfolios, just like the pros. So it doesn't even matter if you're a novice. Maybe this is the first time you're getting to know about Forex. Guess what? We give you the guidance, right? We give you the resources. We'll help you manage and grow your account. You are the one in control. We're not trading for you. But we give you information that would help you manage and grow that account, just like the pros would do. That's one of the advantages of leverage. With our platform, we provide you an accountable and rewarding mentorship system that provides value and guidance to your journey in the Forex market. Another thing I should also say is this: if there's anything I know that has helped me, particularly in the Forex space, to get to the level where I am right now, is because I've been accountable, right? I've been accountable, and I subject myself to mentorship. Because at the end of the day, you can only go to a place where you've been alone. If you've not been to some place, you can't get there alone. You need mentorship. And just like the popular saying, if I can see further, it's all just because I've been standing on the shoulder of a giant, right? So the value of mentorship cannot really be overemphasized. But I tell you something, here in Pewatnation, we give you access to not just mentorship, we help you stay accountable. We're also committed to helping you achieve all that you need in this space by holding your hand every step of the way. So it doesn't matter whatever question you have. It doesn't matter whatever difficulties or challenges you're having. Guess what? We're so blessed with amazing partners from different parts of the world that will be ready to take your questions, will be ready to answer you, will be ready to even help you get better at trading the financial market. Now, what are the services we render in Pewatnation? At the moment, we render 2 major services: the binary options trading, where you basically make money in minutes through the binary options platform, right? You have an opportunity to leverage our profitable signal on and offline, right? We have online where you connect to a live session, you're able to take instructions from the educator, and we have offline where you're able to just join the chat, right? You join the channel, you get an instruction on the channel on the trade signal, and you go ahead and implement the trade signal with your smartphone or your laptop, right? And while we do this, we equally give you opportunity to learn how you can analyze the market for that same purpose. And also we have the traditional Forex trading platform, also known as MT4 or MT5, where you have the opportunity to learn different strategies. We have about 3 amazing strategies in the we have about 3 amazing strategies we're using to utilize this market every single day. You have the opportunity to decide on which strategy you want to follow, while you can also leverage the trade signals that are sent directly to your smartphone 24 hours, 5 days a week. Now, what else do you have access to in Pewatnation? About 15 plus live sessions a week on binary and Forex. These are sections cut across different span of time. So it doesn't matter if you're in Canada, it doesn't matter if you're in Australia, it doesn't matter if you're in Egypt, it doesn't matter if you're in Iran, Iraq, right? Don't mind me. Basically, we have this session spread across every hour of the clock. So it's such that even if you are about 6 or 7 or 8 hours behind Nigerian time or even ahead of Nigerian time, you have a session that you can work with, helping you to learn and earn at the same time. We have minimum of 2 sessions every single day, binary and Forex live sessions. We have trade signal channels for trade signals on binary and Forex that are literally sent to your smartphone. We give you access to funded accounts to leverage your trading capital. Like I said earlier, the funded account is the real deal, right? If with $50, you can access $5,000 to trade, and then you can just prove that you can take ownership of that account, or you can manage that account by proving your profitability, proving your expertise, just doing copy and paste of our signals. Then what exactly do you think is standing in your way? I'm going to talk more on the funded account. I'm just going to give emphasis on it before the end of this course so that you can understand it the right way. Right? We equally have a beautiful and simple reward program up to 35% off. Right? We're so certain that Pewatnation is going and will grow. Right? As a matter of fact, we're looking at helping 500 families gain access to funded accounts before May the 30th. Excuse me, before May the 30th. And why is this? At the moment, we have about 23 families that have been able to access this funded account, right? And because we are so certain of our growth, there is need for us to put a reward program in place that could encourage anyone who is looking to refer partners or refer individuals into our platform, right? I'm going to talk about it very quickly. So let's say, for instance, I am someone who has been, I've been engaged in Pewatnation. I've been utilizing the Pewatnation resources, right? And I see that, yes, it makes sense. I'm profitable at trading. I have access to funded account. Well, if I'm looking to invite Blessing to join Pewatnation, and then I get Blessing on a call like this, if Blessing is so thrilled with if Blessing is so thrilled with what we are doing in Pewatnation, and if she decides to get started, guess what? Because I referred Blessing to the platform, I'll be earning 25% off Blessing subscription fee. It's just a simple reward program that we decided to put in place to encourage or to reward anyone who is informing others about Pewatnation activities. Also, you get to that stage where you unlock the indirect 10%, where while you're earning 25% from the direct person you got involved, you can equally earn 10% from an indirect person. Right? And these commissions are paid both on subscription and renewal. Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing thing about Pewatnation you should know today is that we just got started. When I mean get started, I'm not saying we got started yesterday. Literally got started mid-December 2022. And I can tell you, as a matter of fact, the kind of results, the kind of success stories we've been able to create within the space of just 3 months is one that I have not even experienced in the past 3 years of trading in our previous companies. Right? So I think it's really an advantage for you to join Pewatnation today, as we are still in the pre-launch phase. By the month of May, we would be launching Pewatnation fully. And if you can get started with us right now, there's so many rewards you stand to gain. I'm not going to give you more information on that, but guess what? You should get started with us at this pioneer phase. Right? Now, to get started with Pewatnation is just a payment of $350. Gives you access to 3 months. But don't go anywhere. Some of you will be so scared at this amount, and I'll tell you why you shouldn't go anywhere. Let's bring this into perspective. Right? I'm someone who is very, very practical. I don't like theoretical talks. I thought I was going to talk about the funded accounts. Now I'm going to carefully analyze what a funded account means. Now, there are organizations in the Western world, organizations, companies, right? We refer to them as prop firms. What a prop firm company would do is, a prop firm company is one company that is registered with the government and then gives Forex traders access to capital, right? So say, for instance, you're that individual and you're looking to trade Forex with Pewatnation, right? And you have $100 as your trading capital. All you need to do is link you up with any of those prop firm accounts. There are several of them. We link you up with any of these prop firms companies. You make a payment of $100 as a refundable registration fee. Please watch, understand the choice of my words. Refundable registration fee of $100. But upon payment of that said amount, they give you access to a first account, an account of $10,000, literally a demo account. So your goal on the first demo account of $10,000 will be to prove to them that you're profitable at trading. And how do you prove that? Well, you prove that you're profitable at trading by making 8% within a space of 5 days to 30 days. If you can make that, if you can achieve that objective of 8% within 5 days to 30 days, you pass the first phase. The second phase will be another account of $10,000, also a demo account, but with a different objective. The objective on the second phase will be to make 5% between a space of 5 days to 60 days. So I'd like to rephrase that, or to come again on that. The first phase is you're supposed to make 8% within a space of 5 days to 30 days. As soon as you get that done, you unlock the second phase where you have to make 5% between 5 days to 60 days. Now, as soon as you unlock the second phase, if you get that done, if you achieve the 5%, you now have access to a live funded account of $10,000. And I'm only using $10,000 as an example, right? These funded accounts, they give you access to well over $300,000, starting from $500 all the way to $300,000. Now let's talk about the funded account. When you start trading the funded account, any amount, any profit you make on the funded account within the space of your first 30 days, they'll give you back 75% of that profit. The company will take 25%, and guess what? You would equally be refunded your $100 that you used to register in the first place. So where does Pewatnation come into all of this? Well, we assist you this way. If, for instance, you get started with zero experience about Forex, you don't know anything about Forex, we give you the trade signals that would help you pass the first and second phase with proper risk management. I'm going to show you a few things. I told you I'm not just here to talk. I'll show you the things we've done and are still doing, right? So we give you access to signals that helps you. You just simply do copy and paste, and you're able to earn the 8% and the 5%, giving you access to the live account. Now, the moment you have access to the live account, we equally continue to give you signals that would help you make profits. So that at the end of the day, you have access to that 75% of the profit you would have made. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you into Pewatnation Discord platform, so you could have an idea of what we do. But at the moment, let me start by showing you what our members have done so far. So this is somebody who has today, you can see today at 10:56 a.m., passed his first phase of evaluation. Right, so this is one person that has passed his first phase, was able to only do copy and paste, leveraging our trade signals, and is able to pass the first phase. He's presently trading the second phase. We equally have individuals who have passed. This is also another person who passed both first phase and second phase, right? Literally trading the live account at the moment, right? To give you a quick peep, not to waste so much of your time, I could go on and then continue to show this. This is also another person that's passed first phase. But at the moment, Pewatnation, we have, the moment you pass the first and second phase, you're given a certificate of achievement, right? So for any certificate you see right here, it simply means that these individuals, by leveraging Pewatnation trade signals, they've been able to pass the first and second evaluation phase, and they're literally trading their live accounts at the moment, right? And if you can see, this is just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see, right? These are individuals that came into Pewatnation probably with little or no experience, but just leveraging the signals the amazing educators provide, they've been able to pass the evaluation phases. Now, for Pewatnation, if you're on your phase 1 or phase 2, or for Pewatnation, if you're presently on your phase 2, I want you to drop in 2s on the chat. Just drop in the number 2 on the chat box. If you're taking a live account, drop in the word live account on the chat box. Because of time, I won't be able to call few individuals to just come share with us. But let me see. I could go to the chat to So just get a few individuals to share with us what their experience is. Pewatnation, are you on? Pewatnation, can you guys hear me? If you're on phase 1, put in 1 on the chat box. If you're on phase 2, put in 2 on the chat box. If you're on the live funded account, put in funded. Everybody is definitely going to be on one phase. Right? So if you're on phase 1, put in 1. If you're on phase 2, put in 2. And if you're on the live funded account, put in funded on the chat box. So I see Madam Olive is on phase 2. Okay, I'm going to get Madam Olive to just come share with us what happened, what exactly. It looks like our funded traders have grown so much. They've grown wings. They've grown wings in the sense that they no longer attend this course, right? Funded, good. I have somebody who is funded, good. So these individuals that have these certificates here, majority of them have decided to grow wings. They're no longer joining course because they've achieved, they've arrived. Don't worry, that's the way humans are. But let me get Madam Olive on the call. So Madam Olive, I'm going to make you I'm just going to unmute your mic, ask you to unmute your mic. Quickly share with us, how long have you been with Pewatnation? And in just a minute, please, because of time, in just a minute, share with us how long you've been with Pewatnation. Where are you connecting from? What exactly what do you do for a living? How long have you been with Pewatnation? And how's the journey been so far? In maximum 2 minutes, please. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please proceed.
Okay. I joined Pewatnation in January, mid-January. And before joining Pewatnation, I was in another organization. I'm not to call the name here. And I was there for a year. But since I joined Pewatnation, everything has been going fine, as our coach rightly said. And within the first 30 days, I passed my stage 1 evaluation. Right now, I'm in stage 2 to make 5%. And stage 3, I'm already at close to 2% with my stage 2. So, yeah, Pewatnation is the it at the moment. So,
okay, ma'am. I want you to quickly mention, where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from Cameroon.
Okay, good, from Cameroon. I also want you to just make more emphasis on the learning. What do you really think you're learning in Pewatnation, and what strategy are you learning, if I may ask?
Yeah, I'm learning so much right now from Pewatnation. I'm learning the price trap strategy, and we have 3 educators. So I'm learning the price trap strategy. I'm also learning the Mr. Cambridge strategy, and yeah, I'm going on the on David's strategy. Yeah, I'm learning all of them, but mainly I'm learning the price trap strategy right now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Of the obvious, you see, I would say probably Madam Olive has stage fright. Of the obvious, you tried to gather our words together. Well, that's to tell you that I doubt she never expected I was going to put her on the spotlight. But thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, you can go ahead and mute your mic. Blessing, please, I just asked you to mute your mic. Please share with us, where exactly are you connecting from? How long have you been with Pewatnation? What has the journey been so far? And you're funded, and that's big. Explain to us if you're excited about that very quickly, in less than 2 minutes, please. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Please proceed.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Wow, today I'm so happy because yesterday I made my first withdrawal.
Wait, hold on. Yesterday you made your first withdrawal from the funded account.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Tell us about it actually. How much did you make? How much did you withdraw?
Okay.
Don't worry, we're not coming to steal it. Let's share.
Okay, it was not much though.
Okay.
I think 1.2%.
Like 1.2% of which how much?
How much? The payout supposed to be 92% after the 25%.
Okay.
But I was surprised. They refund the $84.
The registration fee, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And they added some benefit for adding passing phase 1 and phase 2.
Yes, yes.
Will you believe it? The total payout was $220.
Wait, how much is the funded account? How much funded account are you using?
It's 10K.
Good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. She just made her first withdrawal from the funded account. Now, it doesn't matter whatever the amount is. I'm not bothered, or we are not bothered. You know why? Because she just made the first withdrawal in 30 days. The second withdrawal she's going to make will be in 2 weeks. And guess what? She still have access to that $10,000 account. So even if the first withdrawal was just about 1.2% of 10K, guess what? The second withdrawal, if she makes 5% or 10% of that account over the next 2 weeks, she'll be getting 75% of that payout. Now, I know I have so many people on this call who will be wondering, Madam Blessing, thank you. Wait, how long did you say you've been with Pewatnation? Let me establish that first.
Okay, I joined Pewatnation, I think October 2022.
Not Pewatnation. You didn't join Pewatnation. Pewatnation did not start October. We started mid-December. You joined the other company.
Yes,
right?
yes. I juniors, yes. So Pewatnation started December, yes.
Pewatnation started mid. So, ladies and gentlemen, understand this. Mid of December, she's been with us since the middle of December. Up to this stage, she has access to a funded account. And I'll say this to say this. Madam Blessing, thank you so much for sharing. But I'll say this to say this. When you get into Pewatnation, understand that there's a process to this. The most important thing is you see, let me show you people something. And then at this point in time, I'll pass it over to my mentor. Let me show you something. Because some of us need to be reminded of what this opportunity can provide. So let me share my screen on something. What's it called? Compound Daily. It's been a while I use this Compound Daily. Right? We've been told about Compound Daily since in fact, I think when I joined 3 years ago, and I started 3 years ago, I've seen people talk about it. But this is it. Now, Compound Daily would make sense. Should I tell you how it will make sense? Because you have access to funded accounts. Now, if, for instance, you had a $10,000 account, right? And all you can do in a week is 3%. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sick. Understand it's a process. If all you can do in a week is 3%, how many weeks do we have? We have 4 weeks. So I'm going to change this length of time in days. I'm going to change it to 4. You're not withdrawing anything. You don't trade on weekends. Let's calculate how much of money you would have been able to profit. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see this? You'd have been able to turn over a profit of $1,255. That's if all you're doing a week is 3%. This is an investor's mindset. May I remind you that 3% is something you can make on one trade. Pewatnation, am I real on this? Am I being sincere with this? That 3% is what we can make on one trade. Yes or no? Let me get that feedback. 3% is what we can make on one trade. And if you're doing that every single week, in a period of 4 weeks, you'd have been able to make $1,255. Now, guess what? 75% of $1,255 is what? Should we do the math? 75%. Where's my calculator? I have my calculator very close to me. Good. So this is 0.75% times 1,255. That's about $941. Should I do the calculation of this in my country's currency? At the moment, $1 is $7.50. That's about $705,000. How much did you get started with? And not this fund you make or this withdrawal you make is not the last withdrawal you make. Like Madam Blessing says, you would still have access. Madam Blessing, please come back here. Do you still have access to your $10,000 funded account to pay? Yes or no?
Yes.
So, yes, so even if what she did was 1.2% in the first 30 days, if the next 2 weeks now she's able to do like 5%, guess what? She'll make those withdrawals. Unfortunately, she won't give you out of it. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to step out of the way. I have an amazing. I told you earlier on that we have an incredible individual on this call. Is the CEO, is the president of Pewatnation, is the one who vetted this vision. And I believe that, I know this, not I believe, I know that he bettered the vision out of the place of wanting to genuinely help people succeed. As a matter of fact, before he came into this environment, he was he was the #1 educator of the #1 educational platform in the Forex space across the world, right? And then at that position, they figured out that most people were not really making money. Most people were not really profiting because there was a distance, there was a gap between their communication with his own level. And so out of the sincere mind of wanting people to succeed, he decided to set up Pewatnation. I'm so blessed and thrilled to be under his umbrella of mentor, somebody who has impacted me a huge deal, helping several individuals achieve significant success in the Forex market. Ladies and gentlemen, I step out of the awe of greatness, and I want you all to drop in some 777s on the chat box with some fire emojis as we make welcome the president of Pewatnation, Mr. Kenvi Mo. Are you on, sir?
Why shouldn't I be happy? I'm happy and grateful. If you guys can hear me on the chat, put on big. Okay, put on big. So this is going to be very brief and quick, because sometimes to write the vision, make it plain, they that see would run. Say do it may tarry, but at the appointed time, it will definitely speak. This is my 4th year in the industry of trading, 50. I'm moving 5 years right now. I started as someone who was a novice and an unbeliever. But what I saw was mentorship. I saw a direction, and I saw a coaching system that can take me to the direction of results. I started like every other person who was scared, who didn't know what it is they don't know. And I started my journey in 2018, and it's been pretty awesome. Awesome in the sense that I came in, I lost a lot of money trying to learn the skill and just being myself, running this mentorship. There's somewhere they call self-mentorship. The result of self-mentorship is desperation. When you're desperate to earn money, you begin to mentor yourself. You begin to give yourself advices. You begin to tell yourself what you do in the market. And the consequence of you leading yourself is you are the reflection of your previous results. You can never take yourself to where you've never been. So in 2018 into 2019, I had my financial crisis in the market. I lost a lot of money, and I held on to the vision. So there's a part of me that had a vision, and there was a part of me that was a learner that was trying to lead myself. And one thing I can say, the vision held me. The part of me leading myself didn't hold me, but the vision held me, because when I lost everything, I didn't have anything to hold on, but just the vision. The vision to actually help other people really earn the skill set. I kept learning the skill. I kept helping people. All right. A year later, I became an educator in the same platform that I was learning from. That wasn't me, my skill, all right, making money for me. That was the vision speaking out, that I wanted to help people. And, being an international platform, I was actually the first African educator to educate on that platform. And I had a really big run over the course of when I was in the platform. All right. I was the most viewed educator ever in the history of educating in that platform. All right. I kept on my prime in helping people win in the simple strategy, of trading the binary option market. Now, I realized that at the level of my result, having a 85 to 95% win ratio monthly, people should be making money, okay? But people weren't really making money. And I found out that the result wasn't because the company wasn't good. Because if I stand here today to tell you the company wasn't good, I'll be a great liar, because I am who I am today because I learned from that platform, all right? The truth is, you don't know what it is you don't know, okay? I found out something that was deeper and bigger, that it's not in the direction of the company. Every educational system is meant to give you education. But one thing I realized in the platform, in the system, that it's not education that gives you the money. The education helps you leverage the money. A lot of people are trading and learning the skill set today. They don't have money. Okay. So I asked myself, why are people really losing? Is the fact that they don't have access to equity. And I found out that a lot of people who didn't really have the skill set, they have access to equity and they're making a lot of money. So what can I do with the skill set that I have and the leverage that God has given me over the years? I could make myself a lamb to help people get into freedom in trading by just offering the skill set and the management and the mentorship to help people use me, all right, as a stepping stone to getting access to equity. That's the simple thing Pewatnation represents. So if you don't have access to equity as a trader, all right, we give you an opportunity to use our system to gain access to equity as a trader. That was the dream, that was the goal. And in 2022, we launched the project, To Pewatnation, and the goal is to help 1,000 families in the year 2023 to get funded. Now, in the imprint of our vision, I do believe that within the course of 12 months trading with Pewatnation, you're going to own $300,000 account. And the goal is you're going to be making over $8,600 monthly. If you own a $100,000 account, if you only do 10%, you are making at least a minimum of $8,000. Now, I could say that theoretically, okay? It wouldn't make, I've been saying this when I didn't have results, right? And I said this over the course of we getting started in December, less than 3 months in line, all right, just people who joined Pewatnation from December, we've been able to help, okay, over 26 family gain certificate to a funded account. I mean, if you think that makes sense. We're babies in this industry. We just got started. All right, and within our line of getting started, over 26 families have access to 5,000, 10,000, 100,000, 50,000, 20,000, some 200,000 life equity. This is something that would never have happened in the course of 10 years of trading for these individuals if they never knew that there was an opportunity for them to leverage equity. Many people, before they die in trading, they will never know. They wouldn't have known. Some people are trading today. They don't know that they don't have to use their money to trade. They don't have to lose their physical equity. They could leverage. Many don't know. What we bring is this information that you should know that all of the years you've sown and you toil in Forex, it's not necessary if you only are informed that you could leverage equity from prop firms. Now, one thing is to have access to prop firm. One thing is to have a discipline to give them what it is they want. So you need a success ratio and you need a discipline. Discipline is not something you help yourself to do if you've not done it before. But when you're with a coach and a mentor that does this for people, it's easier for you to do. I'm so grateful today because I remember Blessing. Blessing, come back here on the call, please. I remember her story. You know, it's so touching when we're having this conversation on Instagram. And her skepticism, her fear, but she believed in me. You know, she believed in the vision. She had issues signing up because she was in Netherlands, but she had to find a way. Nothing was going to stop her. I said, Kenry, I followed you. I'll trade binaries with you. I don't know what you're doing in Forex, but I do believe in the course of what you're doing. I want to follow you. I want to learn the skill because I know I'm going to be successful with it. She's not prime with the skill set or digital tech, but she was interested and she was willing to follow through the mentorship. All right. And today, her coming that over the course of 3 months being with Pewatnation, she's made her first withdrawals of over $200. Now, how much did she use to get that account? Okay. She got that account with $84. All right. And she got a $10,000 account. And her first month after being funded, she has made $200. How many percent is that? Okay, it means she has made her money she used to fund the account, okay, and profit within her first month. Now, can you tell me that if she did it for $10,000, she's not able to do it for $100,000? If you're here on this call, if she could do it for $10,000, this is someone, it's not about a skill set. What she's leveraging over right now is we call the trade, she copies, she pays, she learns the skill. We come live, we teach the skill, she learns it. But for trading, she copies the trade and just pastes it. And the reason she made that low is because of guidance. I told them on the funded account that after you pass your evaluation, reduce your risk. When we use 2%, go use 1. When we use 1%, go use 0.5. Because why? I want you to first feel that absence and that take away that desperation that there's a live account. I want to lean on it. So she should have made more than that if she was using her proper risk. She followed the instructions, and today she's a testimony. So shall it be for any one of you who believes and just follow instruction. All right. What I said or what I just shared here right now has nothing to do with your ability to be so knowledgeable in trading. It's just with your index in coachability and obedience. If you have a desire, if you've been trying in this forex market, you've not really done well. It's not your fault. You don't know what it is you don't know. Many of us never knew that we were victim of an already programmed system. Okay, we just want to learn the skill, and we think one day the skill is just going to scale. No, the skill is a way to leverage. But if you don't have money, you always be a victim of the market. Today, Pewatnation, all right, is helping hundreds of families really get to know the skill, but most important is giving them an opportunity to leverage equity. If you're here on this call and that makes sense to you, stop asking questions. Stop trying to muscle your way to success. There is a system to success. It's called leverage. And I believe we'll really find that key, all right, to leveraging over equity. All you need to do is, I will tell you, there are 3 ways to really, all right, getting wealthy. First, you have to build income or earn income. Okay, so through leverage, you can earn income. The second thing is that when there is income, you need the skill to retain the income. That is where the skill plays. But what we did in the first place was to start with the skill, but there was no income. So we couldn't leverage the skill because there was no income. And it's happening for a lot of you today. You don't have to go through the route of starting from the middle when you could start from the beginning. That is more easier. Okay, then the last thing to do is now leverage duplication. You have to find a way. Wealth is value plus sales. Pewatnation has given you an opportunity to leverage over prop firms to get access to income, use the skill set to retain it. But most importantly, we have a leverage system that could help you build income, build cash flow. All right. You are a partner as a pioneer right about now. So there's a third way you can earn an income, and it's so remarkable. Okay. I'm not going to talk much on that, but Emmanuel has already shared. You know, a lot of people see that low, but I'll tell you, one of the things that have sustained me in this industry is my ability to sell. Okay, I sell opportunity at every point in count because I know that if my money I earn is so dependent on my time, all right, I am poor. It's a law. If you don't understand that law, okay, things won't change. And I thank God that I obey that law today. Okay, I have cash flow in trading. I have cash flow in business. Today, when I say I'm an entrepreneur that have multiple streams of income, is because I obey the laws and the science of wealth. And what you do when you come into Pewatnation is that will help you understand why you're learning this skill. I'm so excited. Thank you, Manuel, for bringing me on. We have a trip that is happening, all right, in the second part of this year. To qualify for that trip it's just simple. Between now and May, you have 30 people get started with Pewatnation. We are going to be going on a Pewat trip, okay, or for a period of a week in Seychelles, all expense paid trip, flight, accommodation, and meal. If you are coming from Nigeria, if you qualify from Nigeria, it's all expense. But if you qualify from any part of the world, all right, the budget for the all expense is going to be given to you, all right, for that trip. So it's your choice. 2023 landed us with opportunity that has been different over the last 10 years in trading. A lot of people are trading with me today. They are trading with $100,000, $200,000. All right. And there was a phase where we have to pass evaluation. I told you guys. Now that phase is, we didn't have anybody who passed an evaluation when we got started. And I told you we're going to help people. Now people are passed it. And I told you the next thing is that we're going to be phase of withdrawals. Now you guys are coming on this call. You're witnessing withdrawals. Okay. The first time I heard Sadia made in a $20,000 account, she made her first withdrawals last week, which was almost $2,000. And she was excited. Never happened to her in the industry. These testimonies, they may be small right now. The next couple of months, it's going to be hundreds of families making withdrawals, not just passing evaluation. The question is, do you want to be that person? All right. Kenfrey is always here. I thank God for the educators that God has given to me. See, this is what I stand for. Right? I built a community that is dedicated to showing you the mirror of who you are. I was a student that became an educator. I mentored students. My students have become educators in the platform. That tells you that this skill set works. All right. So I'm not someone who's going to tell you the skill doesn't work. It works. Because the people who are educating you today were once students. So you are. You that is learning today, by the grace of God, you're going to be our pioneer as an educator in your if you believe. You're going to get the skill, but I want you to first make money while you're learning the skill. God bless you. Thank you, Emmanuel, for having me. I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to anybody who's willing to get started. Get back to the person who placed you on, all right? And let's start this journey and make you our next testimony. And make sure you think of someone else who's drowning, okay, in trying to just figure Forex out. All right. God bless you. We always want to see you at the top, not from the top, because you know what they say, the bottom is way too crowded. You don't belong there. All right. Over to you, Emmanuel. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Everyone dropping some ones on the chat box to celebrate the president of Pewatnation. You've all heard it. You've heard it all. There's literally nothing I need to say other than and you don't belong in any other place aside from the top.